Hey teachers, it's Erin from Classrooms and Cats, and I am super excited to be joining you today. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody for the amazing words of encouragement when it came to Get Your Teach On. You guys showed up, you were awesome, and you got so many great takeaways. So I am super excited for that. And actually, one of the number one things that came from my session was, hey, can you tell me about that virtual field trip you did to Disneyland? Because I want to know all about it. I'm here to help. I also want to let you know that I am at home and I've got my dog and my cats. They'll probably be running around, but enough of that. Okay, so when I set up my virtual field trip for Disneyland, I wanted to make sure that number one, everything was safe for the kids, because when you're looking on YouTube, there can be some stuff that's not so safe or ads that pop up and stuff like that. So I have pre-watched all of my videos that I'm about to show you, and I will link them in the blog post that goes along with this video, so you can head over there and grab them all. But just a word of precaution, please pre-watch them, because sometimes ads get thrown in there and you just want to make sure that it's safe for your kids. So let's get started. I wanted to make a Disney experience that was super awesome for my kids. We live in California and we're very, very close to Disneyland. So a lot of our kids are into it and they know it very well. I love it. I have my ears. I have the Haunted Mansion on my house. I have the other two on the other side. So that is my super favorite ride. I am all about it. I wanted to bring that magic to the kids. So the way that I did it was I did it on Zoom. And like I said, I queued up everything before, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do so that it can be successful for you as well. So what I did was I sent out an email to the parents, first of all, and I let them know that we were going to have a super special day. It took me about an hour and 10 minutes to get through the whole field trip, and the parents loved it. The kids loved it. They thought it was great. So it's a little bit long, and I wanted to give you a heads up on that too. But I sent the parents an email and I let them know that we were going to be taking a virtual field trip to Disneyland. I asked them if they had access to their ears or a Disney shirt or Disney apparel, anything like a stuffed Mickey or anything like that. The students were more than welcome to bring it with them, because I wanted them to be excited. And I also told the parents to pop some popcorn for the kids, because hey, they always have popcorn at Disneyland too. So that's where I started. Now I'm going to show you what I used and how I did it, the sequencing that I did, and I'm going to share my screen with you for that. So if you're using Zoom with your students, you should be able to share your screen. So there should be on the bottom, right in the middle, there's a green square with an arrow on the top, and it just says share screen. So you click on that, and then I'm going to click on Safari, since that is where all of my stuff is being housed. So this is the virtual field trip. I queued everything up in the order that I wanted it to go in. So in case you're not familiar, if you need to move a tab, you just hold it and you can drag it wherever you want. So I queued mine up in the order that I wanted it to happen. So the first thing that we did when we got to Disneyland was we said hello to each other and talked about how excited we were to be there. And then I started the day off with a parade. So I went onto YouTube and I found the Magic Happens parade from Disneyland, California. And I knew that this one was going to be safe for the kids because it's from Disneyland Parks and it has their logo in the corner. So we went ahead and we started with this. When I was showing the videos to the kids, this is super important, I made sure that everything was in full screen. So that way, this is what the kids were seeing. So when you click on it, you'll see they get the sound, they get all the dancing, and it's the full parade, which is so cool. Okay. We're done with that. So we had the parade. It was so fun. And then when you're done with it, just always make sure that you exit full screen. And what you could do is you can stop sharing. So when you stop sharing your screen, it comes back to you, which is so cool. If you want to go ahead and toggle in between stuff without the kids knowing, you can do that. So for this purpose, I'll just show you it's how I did it. I was behind the scenes and I wasn't showing them what I was clicking in and out of, but I'll show you guys. So shared the screen. And then what I would do is I would click on this and I would exit out of it so that my next one would be queued up and ready to go. All right. Now I'm going to give you all the links for all of this and I don't want to go searching for it again. So I'm just going to click on the next one. So on the next one, I explained to the kids that we are in California and Disneyland has different rides than Walt Disney World. So I wanted to pick some super fun ones for the kids. So we went ahead and we went on Frozen Ever After. And I went ahead and I watched this ahead of time, so I know that it's safe for the kids. As always, please do the same. So this is the entire ride of Frozen Ever After. And again, I made it full screen and the kids watched the entire thing. They absolutely loved it. Now, when we were done with this, we'd already seen the parade. We had already been on one ride. So now it's time to draw a Disney character. Now, when I first did this with my kids, I actually used one from the Disney Animation Studio and we drew Winnie the Pooh. It wasn't super successful. And I think the reason why was because it was really hard for them to follow along. So I am heading over to my favorite person on YouTube, Art for Kids Hub. He has amazing videos for kids. So when you go on and you search Art for Kids Disney, the first one that's going to show up is how to draw Disney characters, and it's by Art for Kids Hub. You're just going to click on view full playlist and you can see every Disney character that he has drawn and you can pick the best one for your kids. So my kids were really into Frozen 2 this year, so you could draw Anna or Elsa. And what I loved about Anna is that she is for young artists. So if you have young kids like me in like pre-K or TK, it would be perfect to do a young artist one. It just makes it a lot simpler for them to draw so they're successful. So we did a drawing and they absolutely loved it. Like I said, Winnie the Pooh wasn't super successful because it was tough. So I would recommend going to Art for Kids Hub and grabbing one of the Disney characters that he has. All right, so we're pumped. We had our Disney character drawing. We did our first ride. We saw the parade. We're eating our popcorn. Then I explained to the kids that you can't go to Walt Disney World unless you go on a super fast ride. So I picked Slinky Dog Dash for the kids. And again, this is a first-person view of what they're going to be seeing when they're on Slinky Dog. And so I went ahead and I made it full screen and it looked like we were on the ride. They loved it. So fun. So again, like I said, I'll link all of those to you. Always make sure you do full screen. So we went on our ride and we were really, really excited and pumped, and we still had a couple more things to do. So we were getting a little bit tired though, because we'd been on for a while and we were hanging out. So one thing that my students absolutely love is Moana. All right, so we did Moana. Cosmic Kids Yoga is a fantastic website for you guys. Teachers, you have got to get on this. I actually use Cosmic Kids in the classroom a lot for brain breaks and things like that. So I knew that she had some really good stuff. So I chose Moana. Hold please. I'm back. Okay, I chose Moana for my students because they absolutely loved it. So Cosmic Kids Yoga has some really great stuff. Again, it's on YouTube. Now, this Cosmic Kids Yoga adventure you can see is about half an hour long. That was really long for my kids. So I started at the beginning and we only did about 10 or 12 minutes of it, and then we moved on. So if your kids are loving it, you do you. Let them do it and stretch it out. But if they aren't into it, cut it short. The cool thing about virtual field trips is you're in charge of what you do and how long you do it for. So we did our yoga. We were super excited. I explained to the kids that all good things must come to an end. And so it was time for our journey to be done. And so we went ahead and I found the Remember Dreams Come True fireworks show at Disneyland. So I explained to the kids that we went on a ride from Walt Disney World and now we're back in Disneyland and we are watching the fireworks show. And again, I knew that this one was safe. I still pre-watched it. This is from Inside Disney. Had their little logo right here, but it is the entire fireworks show, which is super cool. And the cool thing I will tell you about YouTube is it'll tell you when there's an ad coming. So at least you can be a little bit prepared for that. So they're doing the whole thing, and then just simply pause it. And what you can do is you can actually stop sharing your screen, and then you can just let the ad run.
ABCmouse.com is so fun. There's a ton of things to do.
All right.
Go for games.
And then you can explain that the ad is over, and you can go back and you can share screen. Now, I wanted to show you guys how to do all of it, because if you do encounter an ad, it's okay. Trust me. You can just stop sharing your screen, let it run, and then go back to it. So we went full screen and we watched the fireworks show. And we loved the finale. Everybody was clapping. We all clapped. It was wonderful. So we had so much fun with those videos. And I think that your class will thoroughly enjoy a virtual field trip to Disney as well. The really cool thing is, I am all about low prep and no prep, and this has very little prep because all you have to do is pull up all the videos. You will have to ask the children to bring a piece of paper with them with crayons, colored pencils, or markers so they can do the directed drawing if that's something that you choose to do. But it is super low maintenance. It is very fun. The children absolutely love it. And my kids just had such a blast. And I think that yours will too. So hopefully this video is a good tutorial for you on how you can do a virtual field trip to Disneyland. I am super open to helping you create virtual field trips for your classroom. So honestly, teachers, if you have anywhere that you want to go, send me an email. Find me on Instagram, Classrooms and Cats, join the Facebook group, let me know where you want to go, and I can totally help you do it because I can find some great stuff for you. And the really cool thing about this community is if one teacher has a question, several teachers have the question. So you're not the only one. So reach out, ask me what's going on. I'm happy to help. Again, I'm going to link all of the videos that I used for my virtual field trip on the blog post. So be sure to check it out. And you're good to go. You are going to make magic happen in your classroom with this virtual field trip. I am so excited. And if you do go on this field trip, tag me, because I want to know how your students loved it. All right, guys. So stay in touch. Get that magic in your classroom. I hope that you are having a phenomenal time with your teaching. I know it's been tough, but hang in there because you, sister, can do hard things. All right. Happy learning. Happy teaching. Talk to you guys later.